everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth. Welcome back to AlphaCraft. Check this out. What's going on, Peggy? That's right, a few things have changed over here. I've done a little bit of off-camera work in between episodes because I have got an idea. I've got a really cool idea, something I want to do today, and it's going to take a lot of work, and I'm like, you know what? I need to get right to this. We ain't no lollygagging, no running our mouth or just like dragging our feet around here. We're going to get right to work. So in between episodes, I worked on adding some more to the upper structure. I've extended the path and I've gone ahead and cut this area out. There used to be a big hill here, but there's not anymore because we're going to put something right in here. Now I need something that's going to let me make a villager breeder, and I figured, you know what would be cool is if we built some kind of a themed design that would make sense, that would fit in here, but that would also be a reason for why there would be a villager breeder. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get this done all in one episode. There's a lot of work to do, but see them guys there? Not that one, but those two. Remember how way back in the... Are you eating grass? Or you're trying to? I was going to say, you're a little bony there for eating grass. But yeah, remember how way back at the beginning of the season, we had caught those skeleton horses, and I said I had an idea for them? Well, we're about to start building something that's going to let us use them. Use them horses and then their idea, I hope. But I've got a lot of materials to gather so we can get this thing going. Now, the cool thing about this, and this is what I love about working in this area, we've basically got two methods or approaches to building stuff. We have a building style like this, which you're used to. You're building a structure. So the outside has to look cool. The inside has to look cool. You know, the whole thing has to work. It has to be functional, and it has to have form. Where did you come from? Oh my gosh. Good thing I could outrun that little guy. Now, there's two other ways to build. You could build where you have some structures. Maybe it's something off in the distance you would never see or you'd never be able to go up to. So you're only concerned about making the outside look cool. You don't have to worry about, can somebody get inside it? Can they do stuff? None of that has to be concerned. You just make the outside look really cool. And then there's the third option, which we're going to do today, which is... I'm not really concerned about what the outside looks like because we're going to dig into the side of a mountain and build inside of it, which is just awesome. It's really cool to build in all three different styles because it lets you do things that the other styles wouldn't let you do. And now I'm running my mouth. Now I'm lollygagging. I'm dragging my feet all along the ground because we have got so much work to do. It's not even funny. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and gather up materials for the facade because we are going to have a front to this. There's going to be a little bit of a front to the building so that it looks like something is here. And then from there, we will dig into the mountain and we'll start actually building stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a bunch of materials together for this facade. And I'm going to start clearing out, cutting a little bit of an area to make sure we've got some area to work with. And then we're going to come back and we're going to start messing with this facade so that y'all can get a semblance or an idea of what in the world it is we're going to be building today. And then we're going to start cutting into the mountain. And we're going to start building this really, really cool thing. And then, hopefully, we'll be able to move them villagers over here, get ourselves some villager breeding going, and get ourselves some auto food going. And I also need to figure out something about lighting right in here. This is really, really dark. Now, one option is we could continue on with these little fire pit things. That's one option. I've got this lighting right here, which I feel like is good for that because that's into like the industrial mechanical area. So that lighting works. I'm trying to decide, do we want maybe to continue that lighting here so that we can tie this with that? Because I'm also imagining this base laid out in districts, in areas that kind of match in themes, because I don't know if you noticed, but we're starting to like develop a town or a civilization here in this area. So it would make sense like a commercial area, an industrial area, a residential area, stuff like that. So I'll have to think on that. So for right now, we're just going to have to deal with the fact that's a little bit dark. Eventually, it will start to get a little better lit up. I might think about doing that kind of lighting in maybe a different style or something, but we'll see. We'll see. But I'm gonna make good on my word. I'm gonna go gather up all the stuff I need so that we can get started over in this area, and then we'll meet back over here and we'll start working on the facade for this really cool project for today. So I got some wood from the wood farm. I've got some other materials. And we're going to get to working on this facade, which is just awesome because I think we are going to be using some materials today that we've not used before, which will just be really, really cool. Piggy, what are you doing with birch logs? Don't worry about it. It's okay. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to try and do this. Once again, we are going to reference an image, and we're going to see if we can do this without messing up. So... already. It's already begun. It's only just begun for Piggy. There we go. We'll put that like that. There we go. So I'm kind of modifying this just a little bit from an image that I'm working with because I realized, wait a minute, the objects that were going to be right here were not going to be half slabs. And so it was going to potentially be a spawning point for bad guys. And we cannot have that in this city, because as we start to continue the roof, spawning points cannot exist, or we're going to end up with a terrible catastrophe on our hands. Oh no, and I just realized I didn't cut back far enough. I need to go too deep. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's go ahead and... oh, we can leave that. You stay right there. Oh, weird little lag spike going on or something. And then let's see, from here, 1, 2, 3 is going to go up like that. So go ahead and cut this open. Now I may have to cut into it in just a minute, just depending on how this goes. I kid you not, I hear something. It sounds like a skeleton. Do you hear that? There must be some like underground opening or something down in here. I'll have to check that out later. So that's going to get annoying with the stinking little skeleton running around down there. Okay, so let's go ahead and run a line of birch. And then let's see. Yeah, at this level, it's going to be one more layer of birch. And then from here, we're going to go birch, birch, acacia. Birch and birch. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think we can go ahead and do the rest of this facing this way. Oh, we'll need to do one more layer right there. Oh, and my tools. We're going to need to run over the ender and get these things mended once we've gotten all this stuff built. So let's go ahead and do that. 2 there, and then 3 there. Now, I don't know if y'all notice any kind of a shape starting to form. But what's really, really awesome... I mean, it looks kind of like a mess, right? Just a little bit of a mess. Let's go ahead and give it a little bit of a... No, don't, Piggy. Come here. You can eat after the job is done. Not before. Well, there we go. Wait, Piggy. That's starting to make a shape. That's starting to make sense. What is that? Check that out. It is so cool. I love how that does that. How you can just like change the look of it just by making it strip logs. Okay. You can now eat, sir. Job well done. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and hop all the way up. And we're going to put an upside down stair right here. We got feather falling, so it just don't matter. Look, didn't even take a heart of damage. Awesome. Okay, and then we'll smack that right there. And then we're going to put a line of blocks along the top. And then this is going to serve 2 functions. One, this is going to make it spawn proof, which I don't know how close this roof line is going to come from here. So 1, we want to go ahead and make it spawn proof. But 2, it's going to add just an extra little color of detail. I'll show you what I mean when we get down here. Just a line. I like it. It's just subtle. It's just little. It's a little thing. But it makes such a cool little difference to it. So there, is it starting to make sense what we're going to build here? I think you know. I think you do. Okay, so from here, we need to bring this forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. Yeah, and as I cut all this, let's go ahead and cut this back because I know it's going to have to move over here as well. So from here, let's do... Is it a 3 wide opening? 1, 2, 3, yeah. Okay, and then from right here, we're going to have steps leading up into this structure, and I didn't get stairs. You know what? For now, let's use these as stairs, and then we can always come back and swap them out. How about that? How about that? You know what? I'm looking at my image. I'm looking at this. Let's move these stairs out by 1. Tearing up everything, P. Uh-oh. Now, I don't know if this is a Minecraft thing or a server thing. I really hate how those blocks get stuck down in there now. It's kind of annoying. And then from here, I think we get dark carpet there as well. Okay, so now this is going to be 1 block lower than right here. So we can go ahead and do our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide like that. And go ahead and get this like this. There we go. And then with the stairs, we're going to do a little thing like that, so it gives it just a little bit of shape. And then we need to build one more thing over here. Wait a minute. Did I build this one lower than that, right? Yep. Okay. Okay. It's this floor part right here that's just kind of throwing me for a loop. So this is going to jut out even one more. 2, 3, and then 1. There we go. And let's go ahead and just, we'll half slab that for now. So see, what we're doing is, I don't have a flat facade. It's got a little bit of depth to it by kind of moving at a diagonal. We're also going to do something different with the height here as well. So let's see here. We're going to put that and that, and we want to mimic this over here as well. So let's go ahead and do blocks like that, and then we'll put our little half, come here half slab, you go there, and then stairs like that, and then this is going to be 1 block higher than that. So let's go ahead. I know we're not losing a lot of health, but still kind of force a habit at this point, and then we will do that. So that's going to make these 2 sides the same level, and I think 5 carpets is what we need here, right? Okay, awesome. So that will work. So then from here, what I want to do is we need some more carpet there. And some stairs. Uh-oh, we'll have to dig into that in just a second as well. And then like that. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do a line of sandstone, cut sandstone along the top as well. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get that, and we'll get the carpets up here, and then that way we don't have to come back up here. Go ahead and do that. And I wanted this to be kind of like a municipal looking building, which I feel like it does because it's a little more square shaped. Utilitarian maybe would be the word. I don't know. I'm kind of stinkerish when it comes to architecture terms and stuff. But I didn't want it to be so decorative on the front. I wanted it to be more, you know, I mean, some of y'all saw the front. You already know what it is. I'll state it in a minute to be Captain Obvious, okay? I mean, there may be somebody that doesn't quite know what's going on. No, Piggy. There. When we are completely finished, then you can have the rest of your snack. Okay, so we got that going. And then right here, I think it was just going to be, let's go ahead and fill this in. We won't ever see it. Actually, we might end up seeing it because after we get the facade done, then I'm going to have to start working on the interior. So some of this we may end up cutting into. So let's go 1, 2, 1, 2. A little bit more. There we go. And y'all got to see some building on camera. Uh-oh. These are solid blocks. Let's go ahead and get this. be kind of stinkers to waste. I know. It's just some birch wood. People are like, really? You're trying to save the birch wood? Yes, I am. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the bark off these. His bark was more dangerous than his bite. There we go. Oh, it's going to start getting dark, so that'll give us a nice little look. So there we go. Very, very simple. Just a little facade going on. You know what I want to do? I want to look at this from like a little bit farther away. I want to kind of step back and look at it. Cool. I like it. It sticks out. I mean, we built it off the wall, so of course it sticks out. But visually, oh, we can eat now. We did our work. We can have our dinner. But like I said, I'll go ahead and state the obvious for those of y'all who may not understand what it is. That's a cross. It's a hospital. We're going to build a hospital. So that's where all our villagers are going to come from, is from the hospital. And then we might do some other cool stuff in here, like some potions or something like that of healing. That might be an interesting thing to do. But I tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to start digging into this. I'm going to start building the basic structure, and then we can come back and we'll start doing some detail work on the inside of this. Get ourselves a hospital going so we can have villagers. So y'all just sit tight. I'm going to do a little bit more off-camera work, and then we're going to come back and we're going to get this hospital up and running. And I have been busy at work. Yes, I have. Look, we've got chorus plants growing over here. What are you doing, Piggy? Well, I figured out something. I figured out I'm going to use purple blocks today. It's the first time I've ever really built something with purple blocks. Now, it's not going to be a lot. I can tell you that right now. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be a lot. But it's going to be something. So in this chest is all the stuff that I'm going to use next. We're going to do a little bit of interior decorating. I've done a little bit of pre-planning. I think Jackson Wilder on the server. I think they're going to sleep. If they don't, we'll go ahead and pop a bed down. But I think that they will sleep, so we'll be okay. But look, I've been busy at work. Yes, I have. I have carved out a little bit of a structure inside here, and we are going to do some decorating with this structure. I'm going to let you just kind of look around for a second. See if you can kind of imagine what's about to happen. And then we're going to go ahead and decorate it. Uh-oh, they're not sleeping. Let's just go ahead and do this real quick. Whoop! There we go. So yeah, I fooled around with a few design ideas in a creative world. Oh, there he goes. Just to try and, make the interior look nice, trying to come up with some different design ideas and stuff. Interiors I always seem to struggle with. And I know I always say that. And then I get people that make comments are like, your interiors look great. And I appreciate that. But what I'm saying is, like, sometimes when I'm building a structure or I'm coming up with a redstone idea or something else, it feels like sometimes it's very easy. It comes naturally. But when it comes to interior design, like this little room that you're going to see, took me hours to kind of fiddle about and come up with different ideas. And I'm always looking at it going, it works. I know it could be better. So that's what I mean when I say that. I'm always kind of like, it's okay. It doesn't blow me away. I have room to improve and grow. That's what it is. But I'm babbling. We need to just get down to this. As Dadcraft would say, get to work, Piggy. You got work to do. So let's see here. First thing we need, of course, is something that's going to be a limiting factor. And you'll see why in just a second. We're going to work with all kinds of stuff. All kinds of little goodies. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this real quick and we're going to smack these things down because I do know exactly what I want to do with them. And other things, I've got some reference photos that we're going to look at. And so I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth a little bit. So we're going to put these light gray blocks right here. And then I want to put birch doors right here. I feel like birch really sells the whole feel of a hospital. It's got a clean look to it, for lack of a better word. There we go. Uh-oh. in my design, I'm using this dark carpet. You know what? Let's keep the dark carpet as like the hallway, the walkway. Let's stick with light carpet to mean, okay, that is light gray wool. For some reason, I thought that was stone for a second. Let's make the light gray wool mean that it's that's flooring. Will this let me? There we go. That's what I wanted to do, because I want to be able to see this little recess right here. And since we're right here, let's go ahead and just work on this room. So in this spot right here, we're going to have concrete blocks. So I don't need to worry about putting wool right there. Pardon me. We do need a wool block right here. And then we will need wool blocks throughout here. Now I don't have one yet, but what I'm thinking about doing is we're going to get a villager. Actually, these can stay this way. I'll put wool carpet on top of it. And you know what else? Piggy, come on. What are you doing? I need a crafting bench over here so we don't have to keep running back and forth. And my inventory is jacked up and full. Let's see here. Let's get some stone out of there. There we go. That'll do that. I'm going to do this. But yeah, I want to get a villager receptionist right in here. And so we're going to leave the room open a little bit. Like at first I thought maybe we need some kind of a chair or something right here, but I'm like, no, I want this villager to be here and maybe wander around a little bit. Look like that the villager's actually milling about and doing some work. So we're just going to leave that open like that. But I want to, let's see here. This might end up, I don't know if I can put carpet and item frames at the same time. Let's find out. Can you put an item frame? Oh, you can. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and get those out of the way, because what I want to do is we're going to pull up this carpet and save the blocks for later. Just put pieces of carpet down when you need to. There's those zombies again. Very interesting that we've got... Okay, that's interesting. You have to put the item frame first and then carpet. Wait a minute. Are those going to pop off in a second? No? Okay, well, they're safe. Okay. And let's put some quartz slabs. And we're going to click them and turn them around. That's going to look like little drawers with little drawer handles on them. And then I want to... This is where the limiting factor comes in, because depending on how much size you make available, that's the size of the painting that you're going to get. So if you do like this and you place it down, you're only going to... Hey! You cheated. I thought it was supposed to work with torches. I guess it doesn't. All right, fine. We're going to use blocks then. We'll block you in. How does that feel? And I'm going to go ahead and use this because I don't have shears with me, and it's going to make trying to get these blocks to break a little bit longer. Let's see here. Which will be a good one? That one kind of looks like a computer screen. I can't remember how many are available as the single sizes. We'll go with that. Well, no, actually, I kind of like the other one, because I'm thinking inside of a dog. Ooh. Yeah, let's go with that. That color kind of matches and fits the feel of a doctor's office. Okay, so we'll do that. And then let's place that right there. And so that's like our little computer. So when you come to check in and everything, they can do the little computer work right there. And then I figured with this little office, it might be nice if we have just a plant. I love that you can put cactus in there. It gives just a little bit of color to this otherwise very bleak looking room. And yes, I know I'm running over here again. I just realized we have got to get some concrete to go ahead and close up that room. So let's see here. We got carpet and everything set up and good to go. We'll go ahead and place that down. And then you know how there's always like the little sliding window when you come up? So we've got that. So that's going to be our front little office to the hospital. So then over here we're going to do like a waiting room. And at first, my original design, all of this was white. And I got to where I was, instead of trying to place these down in water and then break them, I'm like, you know what? I could build this out of the concrete sand stuff and then just dump water on it and solidify it. And as I built it, I was like, wait a minute. That's kind of an interesting texture where you've got all these white walls What if we left this one wall just a little bit different? How would that look? Now, right now, I feel like it's a little distracting because we've got this pattern down here. So we're going to do this. I'm going to try and build the room. Now, if it doesn't look right, what I'll do is I will remove any of the items that'll get ruined by water, and I'll just come back and put water on this and turn it into a concrete wall. But for now, we're just going to leave it like that. So the first thing I want to do is let's go ahead and get our paintings on the wall. I want these paintings to be 4x4. That would not be... Let's see here. We need to find... No. I was like, we need to find some paintings. That almost looks like a heart, doesn't it? Sometimes it's very difficult for me to understand what those paintings are supposed to be. But we need to find 4 paintings that are going to fit in here. They're going to look okay. They're not going to look like crazy skull and bones in a doctor's office. If you walked in and saw skull and bones in a doctor's office, you'd probably be like, oh, kind of ominous. I like the coloring. Maybe that could be like a safety hazard. Like, have you been fighting withers lately? Were you beat up? Do you need healing? You've come to the right place. Let's see here. And then I think this, like that. I think that will limit what we need. Oh, no. I don't want that. You come here. No, it's going to look weird if we have 2 of the same painting. Oh, there we go. So look, were you jumping and did you fall and get hurt? Were you cooking something and burn your hand? Were you fighting withers? And they get the better of you. Well, you're in the right place. There we go. That's how we justify that. And I'm looking at the time. Wow, I'm actually going to spend a little bit of time here trying to do all this. So we need to pick up the pace. All right, so here's where the purple blocks come in. I got to experimenting a little bit, and I liked the way that the purple looked in here. It has kind of a calming effect to it, the way it looks. I was like, that looks really nice. Let's go ahead and use that as our seating. I don't know if you've ever, maybe some of y'all have, maybe some of you haven't, and some of y'all are in different countries, so it might be different. But a lot of the hospitals around where I live, they've kind of been modernizing over the years. And so one of the things they do is their choices of seating and coloring is sometimes very interesting. Just to put it nicely. It's always got some very interesting color choices that they use for stuff. I don't know why. I guess if somebody ever wanted to go in and steal seating from a hospital, it'd be very obvious where it came from. Like, hey, your couches came from a hospital waiting room. I can tell. They look very strange. Okay, so there we go. So that's going to give us our little seating area. And we did regular blocks because you can't put these trapdoors where there is a carpet. So now that we've got that, I didn't need to tear these up because we're going to put just regular gray carpet here. So let's go and do that. Now, the only thing is, I feel like at some point that the lighting in this gets just a little bit dreary. But I wanted high ceilings. I wanted lighting. Uh-oh, that's wrong. I wanted lighting in the ceiling. I don't really want to bring lighting down below. Now, I guess one trick we could do is we could come back and put some lighting in the floor underneath this carpet. And we might have to do that. I might have to come back later with some jack-o'-lanterns or something like that. Jack-o'-lanterns are usually pretty easy to get. We'll just get some pumpkins and some torches and put them in the floor, and that may lighten up things a little bit so it won't look so dreary. Let's see here. So that is that. Now this, I think I'm going to need more item frames. Let's go and do that and that. And so this is this is going to be our little hospital rooms. Like the room that you go to see the doctor where they ask you questions. They check your blood pressure, different stuff like that. And so this is like the little area where maybe you'd put... Nope, that doesn't work. Well, let's just break it. Oh, there we go. Okay. But And I'm going to go ahead and sleep again. Just so we don't end up with any bad guys sneaking in, because this area is not 100% spawn proof yet. See, there's monsters nearby. There's got to be an underground cave somewhere around here. I need to fix that. But yeah, you know, they got the little clipboard and they got all the information about you that the doctor gets off the wall and reads before they come in to check you out. So we're going to put those little item frames right there. See, I hear that sneaky little zombie. I hear you. I know you're around. You just stay. Stay put. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Although I might be able to do this quick enough. Let's see here. And I keep switching over to my images so I can see what this stuff looks like. So we are going to, let's go ahead and get some carpet. That. Well, we'll switch out items as we go. So this is going to be a line like this, and we're going to do some upside down quartz stairs. And then we're going to put a quartz half slab right there. And then along the top, we're going to put some barrels. And so this is going to be examination room. That's the word I was looking for. I knew that there was a word. I couldn't remember what it was. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one can be a carpet block. So we'll do like that. And we're going to place... Uh-oh. There we go. We're going to place a bed right here. And we're going to get a little spruce trapdoor. So now it's like a little bed, like a little examination bed that you could be sitting on. And then from here, we'll go ahead and do this. Now, how in the world did I come up short? Oh, I know what it is. The floor was already torn out of this room. There we go. Nobody knows. That doesn't exist. You didn't see that. So go ahead and do that. So that's our little examination room. Now I feel like that there's probably a few more little decorative things I could put in here. And I may over time. I meant to have another item frame to put right there. But we might do something different. But that's going to be what the examination room looks like. And for sake of time, I'll do that one off camera. Because this is the last room we're going to do. So the first thing I want to do is get one more birch door right there. So we'll have a little door like that. There you go. And there's something over there. Yes, there is. I've got a whole other area I'm working on, but I ran out of time. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and make that a different episode. So we're just going to leave that for now. And that's going to make more sense down the line. I'll go and place that there. So that is going to be our sink with our little faucet. Now this is going to be, this might be strange at first. Just go with me, okay? So I want to put... Yep, I know you can see over there. You're not supposed to. I'm going to put a trapdoor here, a trapdoor here, and then we're going to remove that. Okay? And then right here, we're going to put an upside down stair. I need to put a trapdoor right there. Uh-oh, I need to have a lever, a lever lever. We need redstone signal there. Because... the iron trapdoors, they default to a certain position, and you have to give them a redstone signal to make them change positions. How do I not have one piece of cobble laying around? I'm almost afraid to break that. I've got chickens that have been sitting in there, slowly building up. There we go. Slowly building up a stockpile of eggs so that I can eventually get a chicken cooker thing going so we can have more food options. Let's see here. Let's do this. We're just going to break into this wall, into the back. And I think if I put the redstone... There we go. Yep, right there. Oh, look. Look what I got. I got one extra block. Guess where that's going to go? So for those of y'all that saw, never fear. It really doesn't exist now. There we go. So now we got a little bathroom. Now here's the weird part. You might think this is a little weird, but I like this. It's like a nice little touch to the area. So sometimes in hospitals, you've got to give samples. So now you can go to the bathroom in here, and there's a spot for your sample, and you close that little cupboard, and the people can open it on the other side for a lab where they can do all the tests and stuff. And I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. I'll let your imagination wander. Now, another thing I want to do is I want to use some some armor stands right here to add a nice little detail to this, because this is going to be a water fountain. I want to put a nice little detail here, but I am so running out of time for this episode. And we've got a whole other little section back here that needs to be built, because there's a whole purpose. There's a whole reason to this spot getting set up. This is going to be a hospital where we're going to do multiple things. We're going to have buckets of milk here, so it's like an antidote if you get poisoned, or say you have like the pillager curse thing on you, can get healed. We're going to have an area that's going to let you make medicines, potions, so that you can heal. We're going to have a maternity ward, which is going to be for where villagers come from. Uh-oh. Piggy, you ruined it. Okay, I so had some. And then there's something right through that area right there that we're using skeleton horses for, that you're going to get to see what that's about. That's right. In a future upcoming episode, that's all going to make sense. I've got several episodes I've been working on in the background. I've got this really, really cool epic collab that I'm working on that we're almost done with. So I can't say for certain that you're going to see this in the next episode, because there's all kinds of stuff in the works in the background. But in an upcoming episode, all that's going to make sense, and you're going to get to see what's back there. And it's going to be so cool. I promise you. Just be patient. It's well worth it. But there we go. There's the hospital, all set up and ready to go. Nice little facade. Nice little area, walk in. I love this. I guess at some point I need to embrace it. It's just very simplistic interior design, and it works. I really, really like it. And I do think having that textured wall looks nice. It breaks up the room just a little bit. Like if everything was white concrete, it would all stick together. But when you walk in, even though this is an open room, just immediately you feel like it's its own space. It works. And the paintings worked out as well. That is so cool. Love it. But if you like this episode, please click that like button. And if you're not already subscribed and you want to be, go ahead and click the subscribe button as well. And if you're into clicking more and more things on YouTube, there's one more thing you can click. It's called a notification bell. I don't know if YouTube notices that you want to be notified. I don't know if YouTube gets notified that you want to be notified that no. What are you doing spawning over there? Oh my gosh. I've got to figure this out. I don't know why I keep getting random spawns over here. Where did you come from? I thought we had this all sorted out. I got rid of all of the branches. I got rid of all of the mushrooms. I thought I had every spot spawn-proof over here. That's going to be really, really frustrating if we find out that now that mobs really can spawn where there is grass. I'm really afraid that that's what we're going to end up finding out, which is just so stinking frustrating. Oh well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out and make it work. That was a close call. I would hate for somebody to come in here and actually have to stare down a creeper. I do not want that to happen. So we'll have to fix that. You stinkerish game. Sometimes you just ruin things. It ruins it, Precious. I'll tell you what ruins it. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go get to work on all the different little projects I said that are going on in the background so I can have them ready, at least one of them ready for next episode. And that's when I hope to see you, is in the next episode of AlphaCraft.